Okay, so let's talk about the types of foods that we need to focus on. Proteins. We know what they are, right? We need foods that have the nutritional density to them. So let's just talk about that, because the calorie model has been an issue over the years. The weight loss programs that have been out there have focused on counting calories. But you don't have to count calories, and we're here to give you permission to stop counting calories, right? Because counting calories is brain damage, first and foremost. We don't have time, and if you forget to record a meal, then it's like, I don't know, and as soon as you hit I don't know, the dream is dead. I don't know is a dream killer. The day didn't go as well, and at the end of the day, you're like, I don't know, so then you go and eat a fluffy food, okay? So we don't need to do that, because the calorie model doesn't work. 1,200 calories of food is not the answer, because maybe if you've been doing a workout program, maybe your body needs more than 1,200 calories. Maybe if you're trying to put muscle on and you have a hard time putting muscle on, you need more calories. So calories is just a measurement of energy in food, right? So if you were to eat 1,200 calories of donuts, would you look lean? No, you wouldn't. And you can't put a caloric count on sleep and stress, and those things will determine whether you burn or store fat. So let's talk about the calories that are in proteins. What types of calories are they? They're nutritionally dense calories, because chicken is chicken, salmon is salmon, right? Nuts are nuts, eggs are eggs. There's one ingredient in each of those things. It's not a blended ingredient list that your body has to sort through and figure out. It is one food, it makes sense to your body, and your body will use it because it's an amino acid, right? Proteins are whole amino acids, and your body will use that to repair muscle and to keep the vitality alive in your body, and it balances blood sugar. We'll talk about those here in a minute as well. But just know that nutritionally dense calories can never be overeaten, because if I put 6 chicken breasts in front of you, all seasoned, grilled to perfection, smell amazing, how many could you eat before you're totally done eating chicken? One. So if you don't crave more chicken after you've eaten 1 chicken breast, then do you need to count the calories for that? No, you don't, because you can't overeat it. People are getting crazy about portion size. If we're worried all about portion size, then are we really going to enjoy our food? No. So just know that if you have an entire chicken breast and you have 2 vegetables on your plate, what are the chances you're going to be satisfied? And I don't mean stuffed, I mean satisfied. Just right? So think about proteins that way. They stabilize blood sugar, they help repair muscle so you can build muscle, and girls do want to build muscle because that's where toned and tightened shows up. You want to tone and tighten. Okay? And they have nutritional value that helps the rest of your body stay healthy. What about good fats? Good fats are important. And if you're a vegetarian, these are also fats and proteins that you can have. So tofu and soy and vegetables and grains and veggie burgers and those types of things. So if you can't have meat per se, or you don't love salmon, there are other options for you to get all of your healthy fats and your proteins in, and you don't have to worry about not being able to eat meat. So the good fats help digest protein. They go beautifully together. Back in the day when they said everything was fat-free and that was the new craze, be really careful not to listen to marketing out there. Listen to your body. Your body would tell you that fats are fine. We're not talking about lard. We're not talking about bacon fat. We're talking about the good fats. Now, I'm not saying don't eat bacon, because that adds a little flavor into everything. And the amount of bacon that we eat every year really isn't playing a factor into the reason we're uncomfortable in our bodies. So good fats, eat them with your proteins. They help digest proteins. Your body knows how to use them. Your body loves to have those omega-3s. And they make your food interesting, right? You're not going to have a salad without your sunflower seeds or your cheese. So eat your fats with your food. It makes your food interesting. Are you kind of like seeing now that you're like, oh, you mean I don't have to be careful that I only have 6 nuts at a time? No. Can you really overeat nuts? Not really. Not really if you're listening to your body. I mean, yeah, you could eat an entire can, I suppose, if you were mindless about it. But we're being mindful, right? We definitely want to be mindful about what we're doing. So a big fistful is not going to cause a problem in weight gain. We're not going to store extra body fat with a handful of nuts, right? That makes good sense. So we're trying to use good common sense here. And, I don't know how many people ever sit down and have an entire avocado for lunch. But if you do, because you want it, then maybe your body needs that. And if you're done at a quarter of an avocado on your salad, awesome. But don't get crazy about it, because there's a really high likelihood that you would not be able to sit down and eat avocado after avocado after avocado. We are not getting uncomfortable in our bodies eating avocado. So let's not obsess about it. Let's just drop the drama of how much can I have, and I had 2 slices, is that too many? Just eat to your heart's content, because you'll have enough and you'll know when you're done eating healthy fats. Vegetables and fruits. Guess what? Those are carbs. So when people are like, oh, I'm on a carb-free diet, I'm like, I bet you're not. Because vegetables and fruits are carbohydrates, right? Carbs, cardio, calories, those are marketing things. Don't get all caught up in that. Your body needs a nice wide variety of fruits and vegetables and proteins and good fats. Your body knows exactly what to do with those, right? Broccoli is broccoli, an apple is an apple. You've never sat down to eat an apple and then craved a second. When we're done eating apples, we're like done eating apples. Our body's like, yep, I had an apple, I'm done. Right? It goes back to that story that we were telling in our minds. Here comes food. Okay, says your stomach. And when the apple gets eaten and it lands in your stomach, your body knows what to do. It's like, oh, stop right there. We got all the nutritional density we need. Put it over here in the nutritionally dense pile and then process it. By the way, fruits digest in the gut, in the lower part of your body, the intestinal tract, not your stomach. So every time you eat a fruit, it goes from here to here quickly. And guess what? You might be hungry in 15 to 20 minutes after eating an apple going, didn't I just eat? That's why. Okay, so vegetables. Vegetables are living foods. So are fruits, right? They used to be alive, and that's what we want to eat more of. We want to eat more live foods. There's a single ingredient in each of them, right? And you cannot overeat them. Like we talked about with the apple, you can't overeat apples. You never eat 2, 3, 4 bananas in a row, right? Nobody's ever been caught in the back pantry uncontrollably eating broccoli, right? So just stay calm. You can't overeat these foods. You put them on your plate, your brain's going to tell you, done. Okay? So if you have, say, salmon, broccoli, and asparagus on your plate, and you're getting more wide variety, right? Let me just back up for a second. So fruits and vegetables are incomplete proteins. Yes, they're proteins. but they have incomplete proteins inside of them, and if you eat a wide variety of them, they complete each other. Pretty cool, right? That's nature for you. So eating a wide variety of fruits and vegetables, super important. And I know, you don't like every vegetable in the book, and you don't like some fruits. That's okay. You'll have your favorites. You'll have your least favorites. Nothing says you have to eat the foods you don't like. But the foods you do like are actually foods that your body likes and enjoys. So eat them. Okay? So if you're having a protein and you're having 2 vegetables on your plate, what are the chances you're going to feel satisfied? High, right? And we already talked about that, but it's important to ingrain that in your mind that you can't overeat those foods. So enjoy them. So we did talk about whole starches and grains and taking those out of your diet. They were a live food. So let me just also say that the starches and grains I'm referring to used to be alive. The ones that you definitely want on your plate are the ones that used to be alive. So it's like the whole wheat and the whole rolled oats, like steel cut oats that have more fiber in them than the quick oats, right? That's why they're easy and fast to cook in a minute, because they have less fiber to break down in the water. So you're going to want the steel cut oats, you're going to want brown rice, anything that's been enriched, like white rice is dead. It's a dead food. You want the live food. So brown rice, quinoa, sweet potatoes, baked potatoes, beans, those are all good grains and starches to have in your diet because they have the fiber that your body needs. But we're going to talk a little bit here in a minute about how much of those that you need in your diet. But I just wanted you to know that even though we talked about the elimination diet in the first video, and we talked about just trying to eliminate grains and starches for 30, doesn't mean that they're going to stay out of your life forever. So I wanted you to internalize that. Live foods is where we're headed. Those are the whole foods that don't have ingredient lists associated with them. And processed starches and grains, obviously, those we're going to try and keep to a really dull roar because, again, those are fluffy foods. Fluffy foods make your body fluffy. So if we don't want to look fluffy, those are the ones that we definitely want to leave out of our diet. We want to put them on the back burner. Cereal is for a special occasion. It's not a regular thing happening. Pancakes, not a regular thing. It's just for a special occasion. Same with French toast. Those breakfast items that we do first thing in the morning, lots and lots of fluffy going on there. So we're keeping the processed starches and grains down. We refer to those as dead foods because there's a big ingredient list that cause them to be fluffy, and they get processed as fluff, meaning you store them as fat in your body. Okay? So let us know if you have questions on that one.